Hi guys, welcome to my 22nd week update. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a hat, it's because I'm having a bad hair day. I just got this new wig and I'm not feeling it, but if you want to hear about the wig, that's on my other channel and I'll put a link to that video down below. But let's get on with this update. So, baby is the size of an aubergine and the length is 27.8 centimeters. So that is about, well, this is 27, that's about this long, and baby almost weighs a pound now. So I've got quite a few symptoms this week, so I'm just going to go on to them. And firstly, I'm going to start with bleeding. So I was bleeding on Monday. This is Monday again today. So last Monday I was bleeding and I just woke up. This might be a bit TMI, but it's a pregnancy update and that's what it's about. So I was bleeding when I woke up. It was just about this much blood. And then I kind of just shrugged it off and forgot about it. But I decided to call my midwife anyway and just ask her, and she says, you shouldn't be bleeding at this stage. Because with my daughter, I had bleeding, but it was at like week 12. So she said that was implantation bleeding. But at 22 weeks, or I was 21 weeks at the time, you shouldn't be bleeding, so basically go in and see. And they took my blood pressure and they said it was normal. They took my pulse, which they said was high, but they said that could be because you're tired or because you're nervous or because you're rushing to get here, anything, that's why your pulse could be high. They listened to her heartbeat and they said she is fine. And they used a speculum, if you've had that before, and they basically just look inside to see where the bleeding is coming from. And as I said, I only bled in the morning. Throughout the rest of the day I was fine, but as soon as they did the test, the speculum test, I started bleeding more. So obviously whatever they did affected the area and made it bleed even more. But they just said to be on pelvic rest and just take things easy, and they sent me home and they said I was fine, baby was fine, and they said that there was just like a spot on my cervix which was bleeding, which they saw, and obviously as they touched it and they took a swab, it kind of just like made it bleed even more. So she just said relax, and if you bleed again to come back in. So that was on Monday, and then Wednesday, and then I didn't bleed. Well, she said when you go home at Monday night, she said you're going to bleed even more because I've touched it, but yeah, she said you should get better. And Wednesday morning I had the same thing. I woke up and I saw blood, and then I was just like, oh, it was just like the same amount, a little amount, so I just shrugged it off again. And then Sunday morning, so that was yesterday, I saw some blood again, and then I was just going to ignore it because it was just the same amount. And then I decided to call them just to see what they would say, because she said to call for my results as well to find out, as they took a swab, what was actually going on in there. And they said that yeah, the people to give you your results, they weren't in that day, so I had to call back because it was a weekend. So they said to call back on a weekday. And then I told her what was going on anyway, and she said you can come in and we can have a look. And I was thinking, it was like 9 o'clock at night, so I was thinking I'll just go in the morning, whatever. But then when I went to the toilet that night, I saw blood again, so I decided to go. And the reason that I was putting it off is because it's always full there and you just have to wait there for hours and hours and hours for someone to see you. But when I went there was no one there, and all the midwives were just sitting there drinking cups of tea. So I was like, yes, I'm going to be out of here soon. So did the blood pressure again, the pulse, everything, My blood pressure was fine, her heartbeat was fine, my pulse was high again, and they had to do that speculum thing again to look inside, which I really hate, it's really painful. And again, obviously once they did it, I started bleeding even more. And then she said, yeah, I see what the doctor said last time. And she said that there's an erosion on my cervix. So basically the cells from the inside of my cervix has come to the outside and it's bleeding because they're really sensitive. And there's a way to treat it, but it involves laser, and you can't do that whilst you're pregnant. So I could get it treated after I have her, or I could just leave it because it's not really harming me and it's not harming her, it's just there. But if like the blood just gets on my nerves basically, I can do something about it, but not now. Or I can see a specialist to look even deeper into what the problem is. So then I was like, okay with that. And then she went on to talk about the swab results. She did another swab and she got some results. And she said that I am, what's it called again? Strep B positive? I think that's what it's called. Group Strep B. Bear with me. I forgot what it's called now. Yeah, Group B strep, that's it. Group B strep positive. Now, I've been watching pregnancy vlogs for years, and I always see American YouTubers say that they go for their Group B strep test and they either say it's negative or they just talk about it. So I thought when I was pregnant with my daughter in 2014, I'd get that test as well, but I didn't get one. And then when I was speaking to the doctor yesterday, she said that it's not routine in the UK, so it's not something we do. If we take a swab for something else, then we'll test for it anyway. And she said that I have it. And what she said it is you have it in your gut or your intestines, and then sometimes it can come out and go down below. And it's not it doesn't affect me or doesn't make me ill. Like, many women have it and they don't even know that they have it. There's not a cause of it, but it's just something we have, and sometimes it releases. And it's not going to affect me, and it's not affecting baby right now, but it can affect baby during birth, because when baby comes out, it's going to pass it, and as the cells are open and the mouth's open and her nose will be open and everything, it can get in through that way, and it can be harmful to her. So I'm going to have to be on antibiotics when I give birth, just to make sure that doesn't happen. But she also said that I might not have it once I give birth. As I said, it comes and goes, so when I'm ready to give birth, I might be negative. And she said the same thing, as somebody might get a swab now and be negative for it, but then they could be positive when they're giving birth, which I question why they don't make it routine in the UK. If it's so dangerous that I have to be on antibiotics just to make sure my child doesn't get it, they should test every mum to make sure their child doesn't get the infection and to make sure that you don't have it. But yeah, that's that. So I've got that. There's nothing to worry about. They'll write it on my notes, and I'll have to have her in the labour ward, because you know you have the option of having your child in the birthing centre, which is like the all natural, peaceful, nice room. It looks like a hotel, and there's no drugs. Or you can have your baby in the labour ward, which is more medical, hospital room. That's what it looks like. I wanted to have my daughter in the birthing centre, but I couldn't because my blood pressure was high when I went into labour with her. And then I was planning to have this baby in the birthing centre, but again, I can't, because I'm going to have to be on antibiotics. I'm going to have a drip in my hand, putting antibiotics into me. So I did have my daughter naturally. I didn't take any drugs, but it's just that I had to be in that room to be supervised because of my blood pressure, whereas in the baby centre they kind of just leave you and they say press the button if you need me, and they don't really, you know, do that many checks. But in the labour ward they check you a lot just to make sure everything's okay, because you're kind of at risk. That's why you're there. So yeah, that's what's been going on this week. So I've just been trying to take it easy, but I'm not a person who takes things easy. Like, I know I'm pregnant and some people are like, oh, I can't carry this, or I can't do this, or I can't. I'm a person that will just do it. I'm a person that will move furniture, that will carry heavy things up the stairs. I know it's really bad, but that's just me. If something needs to be done and I can see it, it will really irritate me if I don't do it, and I just do it. But I'm supposed to be resting right now. I've noticed that, as I said before, that I get lightheaded if I haven't eaten in a long time. I feel movement very low at the bottom of my belly. She's always moving now. Every day I can always feel her moving. Apparently I'm putting on some weight, because a friend did say to me that I've got the pregnant face now. So yeah, my face is obviously looking chubby. I've noticed it in my arms too, because my shirt, I was trying to put on one of my shirts and my arms are feeling a bit tight, and I was like, what is going on? And yeah, I think that's it really. I've started a blog. I'm going to put the link below so you can go check out my blog. And what else have I got to say? Pregnant face, putting on weight. I'm just going to try to eat more healthy now, especially because of this whole thing going on. I just feel like I've kind of neglected my body this pregnancy, because I know once I have the baby, I'm going to be eating really well, and I kind of feel like, let me just get all these cravings out the way, and if baby wants it, I'll have it. But I'm going to try to get back on my healthy kick and eat good. And also my diabetes test is coming up soon, and I don't want it to be positive because diabetes runs in my family. And all this intake of sugar and salt, I don't want them to say that I have diabetes in pregnancy. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me, and thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, everyone who subscribed and everyone who's watched this video. I'm so thankful for that. You can like and you can comment and you can share, and let's see my belly. This is my belly from the side and from the front. It's kind of difficult to show you. And from this side, from the front, and I am now you can't even see, .38 inches. Yes, I'm 38 inches. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.